If you're a kid and you're growing up, or you've ever been a kid and you're growing up, then adults always make out that becoming a high school student is just like becoming a young adult. And let me tell you, if that genuinely is the case, and some of the shit that I've seen in my years of high school, which, keep in mind, were quite a few years ago at this point, prove that adults are either completely fucked or these people are talking out their ass, because there ain't no way that being a young adult is anything like being what a high school student is. I mean, everyone has those crazy stories from high school over the years where they've seen someone doing something crazy on the playground, doing some weird shit in the parking lot, kids getting into fist fights, or more accurately, shirt pulling contests until a teacher comes in and throws more legitimate punches than the actual fucking kids do. But let's be completely honest here, there are always stories that people have that are so individual and so completely separated from the rest of everyone else's stories that it's almost impossible to believe they're even fucking true. Like, one time, I'm sure this story isn't exactly my own, I'm sure this happens plenty. One time, a friend I used to have in high school decided to take his willy out and start jacking it in the middle of math class under the desk. Now, number one, I have absolutely no idea what actually possessed him to try and start doing this shit. And number two, how the fuck do you even do that? I'm sitting here looking at my algebra paper on the in front of me on the desk, and this guy's sitting there thinking about, I'm gonna touch my willy right now. What even the fuck is that shit?
You're going to stop recording us.
What the hell are you doing up there, bud?
And let's just talk about high school fights for a second, because people always act like they're about to go into Fallujah when they're about to start a fight in high school. They're always acting like they're about to start seeing red and bodies are going to start hitting the floor. But let's be completely honest, half the time these fights last for no longer than 12 seconds before the PE teacher, who always happens to be in the direct vicinity, runs over and puts a stop to that shit really fucking quick. Now, I'm not saying every PE teacher beats their wife, but let's be honest here, most of these PE teachers are very comfortable with getting in between people throwing fists at each other, most likely because there's a pretty large population of physical education teachers who are very proficient at bouncing their wife's skull off the fucking fireplace. What the fuck? Fucking Jesus Christ. But no, seriously, like, everyone makes out that the fellas are the ones who are having the big fights, but every major fight I saw in high school that actually had anyone get genuinely hurt were between the girls. Now, I don't know if it's because I didn't exactly go to the most clean, hygienic, private Catholic school, which would teach you about Bible scripture in the morning and give you caviar for lunch. But the fact of the matter is, some of the girls I used to go to high school with had fucking hands, bro. Let me tell you. They were throwing weird-ass fucking Lee Woo Long spin kicks, reverse back fists, like Ronda fucking Rousey in this bitch. And it was on the basketball court in the middle of a shithouse government housing estate. Like, this shit was insane, my friend. You don't want to get in the way of those girls. I remember my PE teacher tried to stop one of those fights from taking place, and I'm pretty sure he copped a pimp backhand straight to the bold dome. That shit was crazy. And can I really quickly just call out all of the people I've known over the years, only vaguely known, because I would never befriend any of these people. Can I just talk to the people who go to the urinal in the boys' toilets in high school, college? Fuck, I wouldn't be surprised if they're still doing it while they're in university and fully pull their pants down to their ankles to take a piss. Are you a fucking psychopath? Are you a psychopath? Is there gonna be a Netflix documentary about the people you murder in the future? Because why are you doing that? You don't even need to take them halfway down your legs. You don't even need to review your butt cheeks, but these people do it for some voyeuristic entertainment value because they enjoy having the entirety of their lower body exposed when taking a piss. Did your parents not teach you how to correctly take a whiz? And girls, I understand you probably don't understand this because you guys don't have urinals, but there's probably some weird kind of equivalent for you guys as well. I'm just going to be assuming. But On the topic of toilets, can we talk about how absolutely disgusting high school toilets are? Like the fucking state of them, my man. Let's be completely honest here. I would rather take a full butt cheeks hanging out my pants, nutsack hanging to the floor, dump in fucking Chernobyl before I'd take a shit in a high school bathroom again. Not only do you not even get to go to the fucking toilet properly half the time because there's always something wrong with the thing. There's toilet paper stuck to the roof that's dripping down onto the floor. The hand dryer doesn't work. And if it does, then the little lip metal thing that you put your hands underneath to actually get the warm air onto your hands has been either removed or flipped up the fucking wrong way so the air breathes in your face. But number two, you can't even make it to the toilet because you're instantly Hiroshimaed by the scent of tobacco or cherry blossom vape juice that enters your lungs and makes you feel like you're a fucking AIDS patient.
Calm down, partner.
Why you on your knees?
Get down, boy. Get down.
One of the biggest problems with high school isn't even necessarily something that the high school system itself can really fix, because it's effectively an intrinsic aspect of every school that's existed for the better part of the last century, and that is the spectrum of intelligence, I'll call it. You see, it's kind of like a bell curve. In the middle are all of the generally decent students who aren't going above and beyond, either because they don't understand it or they can't be fucked, who know generally enough about anything to get the job done at the end of the day. If you put an algebra question in front of them, they'll probably be completely lost and start staring at you like they're having a Vietnam flashback. But if you put a fraction family in front of them per se, they'll be on that shit quicker than John Jones defeating Daniel Cormier and then getting done for cocaine use after the fight. And then, next to that, on the wide end of the spectrum, you've got these super smart kids who are literally like Lil fucking Stephen Hawkings and Neil deGrasse Tysons, who you know are going to grow up and have a good job or a good career in real estate. They're going to be smart, they're going to do smart things, and they're going to die smart, most likely after discovering some new form of gravity that no scientist was ever smart enough to figure out. Then, unfortunately, at the other side of the spectrum, completely opposite from the super smart kids, are the super spastic kids.
Booga wooga, booga wooga, booga wooga, booga wooga.
Now look, I'm not trying to criticise kids who have mental disabilities here because they have an excuse at the very least.
Where's the damn cat? But he... What? Ketro, what are you, retarded? Obviously. Which way did he go? Now we'll never find out who the ghost is. I hope to God you're adopted.
But I'm talking the kids who are so fucking dumb, despite the fact they don't even have an excuse to be dumb, they're just stupid. They have absolutely no future, they barely understand the most basic aspects of going to school in general, they actively try and still fucking fail. And look, I'm not trying to make fun of these people because they're bad in school. I was never the best student myself. But you can tell the difference between someone who's not great in school because school isn't the best way to teach them, and someone who's not great in school because they're literally busy shoving Lego bricks up their fucking asshole.
How much Lego can you stuff up your...
Oh, for Christ's sake!